Filmmakers Lab. Filmmakers Lab.
Welcome. My guest today is an awesome photographer. And he's also, I just found out, a Dolly Grip.
Yeah.
Larry Young. Yay.
What up?
What's up, Larry?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
I'm good.
That's great. I know you're working.
Yeah, I'm finally. I took a little break. I took a little summer break to actually see
you
my
deserve
family.
Yeah, that's what's up. In New York.
Yeah.
But wait, we're from Jamaica, right? You're from Jamaica?
I'm mixed.
No, when I say Jamaica, I mean New York.
Oh yeah, I'm from Southside.
See, you from South.
I'm Southside.
Man, listen.
We outside. Yeah.
I'm Southside too.
That's right.
Yeah, all my family from there.
Oh, see now, just us. My family's from Jamaica and Trinidad, so
Jamaica.
that's why when you said Jamaica, I was like, yeah, I'm Jamaica too. But yeah, I'm.
My family's from Barbados.
See,
Well, my mother's side anyway.
I got family in Barbados. I got more family in the Caribbean than I do here.
Wow.
Yeah, I literally have maybe 2 cousins that live here in the United States.
And everybody's over there.
Everybody's on the island.
They're smart, that's why. It's like, stay over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I need to be. With the nice tropics.
Yeah. Can't beat a good beach. Can't beat it.
You know it. I love the water too. So our topic today is going to be focused mainly on gripping and what that entails, but also we're going to talk about you too.
Oh yeah, I got a little idea of gripping.
Man, come on, man. You got an idea. So you gripped on a lot of stuff. I was looking at your IMDb. Bigger, American Soul, What Men Want, the Bobby Brown story. I mean, I think people need to understand that the lighting and the camera movement and all that stuff, you're responsible for that, you know? Yeah. So, to know that you've been responsible for that in these big time commercial movies is impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, my mouth was like, really? Okay, Larry, do what it do.
I just be trying to work. Yes.
You outside for real. Okay. What is a grip?
A grip is basically a person who is technically the muscle on set, and we shape light. Electricians will provide a light, and we will shape it. And when I say shape, I mean we'll make sure that it's hitting the subject, it's not bleeding off onto something else and distracting from the overall composition of the picture the DP's trying to do. We help everybody. Oh, we can't reach this. Grip's coming in with a ladder. Oh, we need to get rid of this table and we need some help. Here comes the grips, giving the muscle, lifting heavy tables out the way. We to a degree oversee the safety of pretty much anything that's going on while filming. So we'll set up plexiglass to protect from any debris hitting people, and just overall we're kind of like that uncle that can do anything, or like he's done it before.
Right.
Those are grips. Like when you see them, they look ornery. They got their beards tatted up, and they're just like, we're here to get dirty and get a job done. And that's a grip. That's a grip. And there's some of the most hard working people that you'll see on set.
I bet.
And I'm not even being biased because I am one. Like, just seeing, they'll jump in that fire. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. If somebody tells me to pick something up, I'll be like, call a grip.
That's it.
Don't ask me to do that. I'm not doing that. So the electricians are considered are called gaffers. Is that correct?
No, that's their the lead. Electrician, that's the boss. So
okay, gotcha.
The gaffer would tell you what light he wants and where to run the power lines and all that stuff. So he's kind of dictating, and then underneath him are his electricians or set light technician, I think is the terminology they call it. I'm not sure. And so
they
the gaffer
call them lighting.
Yeah, so for the electricians, the gaffer's the top dog, and then for grips, the key grip is the top dog.
Okay.
And then everybody else falls underneath.
Got you. The key grip is actually the person that is in charge. So what is the best boy?
Oh man, to a degree, a best boy is kind of like the secretary.
Okay.
You know, no disrespect to them because listen, they're the one who presents you to the key grip and say, hey, I want to hire this guy. So, you know, so they take care of paperwork, they take care of getting gear, they take care of any type of issues that's going on because the key grip don't want to be bothered with it. He wants to work on what he's working.
So the best boy doesn't handle the equipment or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The best boy is going to tell you exactly how you're going to load it up.
Okay. So they
what
have to
unload,
have
and best boy can come and say, hey, you guys get some rags and some WD-40 and start cleaning all this. So best boy takes care of all of that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. On independent sets, I know about best boys because I've worked outside the independent on commercial sets, but a lot of times you don't have best boys on the independent sets because they can't really afford them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you know, you'll get somebody who will do double duty. Sometimes, depending on this, the key grip will double as the best boy to take care of that. Or if they have like a small crew, maybe 2 or 3 guys, maybe the set guy who's right next to the key grip who will do the stuff on, he might double as the best boy.
Okay.
You know, it just depends on the situation.
Right.
And then sometimes, you know, it just be like, listen, we'll just take care of all this ourselves. And that's it.
Got you. Do key grips, do they have like people that they choose from, or do they have like a crew, or is it either or?
Sometimes they build a crew, you know, and
gotcha.
that just comes from working with somebody. And then they'll notice, hey, this kid here, when I say I need this, he's hustling. I need that. So if and when he gets another job, you know, he'll probably directly tell that kid, or he'll tell the best boy, hey, let's make sure we hold on to him.
Got you.
Because, you know, good workers is, you know, dime a dozen. So it's like,
True indeed.
you want to keep and have the best crew, because when you come to any set and producers and DPs and the higher ups see that, listen, this crew here,
They on point.
they on point. Anything we have going on, we need to keep them. And that's how it's just like, all right, your key grip's going to make sure he's going to try and get the best of the best, because he knows he'll get work. And if he gets work, that means you get work.
Okay.
So that's how they try to play that game
makes
there.
sense. Yeah. It's funny because I thought you had to work your way up to be a key grip, but you could just say you're a key grip and get your crew together if you're that knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have done it. I won't say they were all successful.
Right.
But there's some where it's like, well, you know, when that window of opportunity hit where, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, you may want things to go in a certain way, but, you know, when God opens that door for you and you decide to step through, you know, and of course you're going to have people say like, listen, he's only been doing it for X amount of time, but a good job is a good job, whether you got 40 years of experience or 4 years of experience.
That's right.
You know, if you're taking care of what needs to take care of,
Right.
kudos to you.
Right. It seems to me like gripping has a lot of communication. Like you have to have good communication skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communication skills, people skills, because, you know, besides, you know, dealing with one another on the crew, you have to deal with other departments, you know, other department heads, other just department people working. So, you know, there's a whole gamut of people you have to deal with.
Yeah.
So, but it's like in life,
True.
you got to deal with people,
True.
you know, and it's on you how you deal with them.
Exactly. I was going to say, but just because you have to doesn't mean you know how.
This is true. This is true.
So you're a dolly grip. What exactly is a dolly grip?
Me, I'm pushing the camera around.
Okay.
If you ever seen a shot that's way up in the sky and then all of a sudden it just smoothly comes down to like eye level, ground level, and that means the camera's on a crane, I would be the one to operate that crane.
The crane.
And, you know, move it around, and I'm in close communication with the camera department, with the A camera operator, the B camera operator, C, whichever.
And the DP as well.
Oh, definitely with the DP, because now it's you're invited to the conversation with the DP and the camera operator on how to structure a shot, because now you're one of the aspects of letting it happen. So, you know, you might have to put a dolly on track and push it. You may have to set up dance floor and do 6-7 point turns on something. You may have to be on a crane. You may have to help him with handheld, handing him the camera.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You may have to help him walk backwards upstairs while he's have a steady cam
That's what
set up
y'all
on.
do. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like we're that guy.
You're that guy.
We're that
okay.
guy. Yeah.
Set up the sticks and everything.
No, we don't.
You don't set up sticks?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Now I'll give you a bag to keep the sticks sturdy.
Oh, got you.
You know,
Makes
but when it comes to sticks, it's like, all right, I'm kind of tired from doing everything else. Hey,
Do your own damn sticks.
you got guys that can do this here, you know, and depending on them, you'll help them out because sometimes you have to help them get to a weird location because you can't get a dolly there. So they're like, well, let's put it on sticks. So, you may have to walk behind them and push them up a little hill.
Wow.
Sandbags to secure stuff and make sure things are level when it's on some little rickety spot.
Right.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah, you saying that's it, but you got to have strength. It's a lot going on with gripping.
Yeah.
So what type of person makes a good grip?
Oh, man, somebody who's just considerate and willing to help and that will just, they're mindful of everybody. It's not just about what you have to do. What you have to do, it's about what everybody's trying to accomplish.
Gotcha.
So, sometimes you might get the short end of the stick. You may have to wait a couple extra minutes to retrieve something so that you can send to your truck so that you can go home. And that's for me, that's what I think it is. Somebody who's just considerate, hardworking, and can communicate. You have those three, you on the right track to...
Got a good grip.
Yeah.
Do you guys look at the script at all? Do you have to look at the script at all? Is there any
Regular grips? No.
No, not at all. You don't. So do you even know what the movies are about before?
Sometimes, before the whole pandemic and everything, we would get the call sheet and you can
Oh,
read.
you do?
Yeah, you would get the call sheet.
Oh, okay.
The script would be on there, the lines for what's going on.
The sides and stuff.
So like regular grips, if they want to read it, it's because, they have an interest in it. For Dolly Grips, I recommend doing it.
I would too.
Because you're involved with the shot. So a lot of times you need to know if it's interior, exterior. If it's exterior, are they going to make rain? Or are we out in the rain already?
True indeed.
Snow,
Night, day.
cold, night, day. So now you have to prepare yourself. You have to be like, okay, we're inside. Oh, he's walking around a lot. I'm not going to put down track because it's so tight, but they're going to make me put down dance floor. So now I got to prepare for dance floor and I have to prepare to make these how many point moves. So, for dolly grips, I say that it's important for them to have an idea what's going on. Do you need to know lines verbatim?
No. Yeah.
No. For me, I kind of remember certain sentences if they're going to do a certain movement. And like if he says, yeah, my name is Johnny, and he drops his drink. And
that sounds like some script supervising.
I need to make sure that I'm far left. I make sure I know his line, so I know 4, 5, 6 words prior to that word that I know that he's gonna move on. So it's just seamless, and it's like, oh, okay, it's not a late reaction, and it's not gonna be an early reaction.
Gotcha.
And that's just the whole part of.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but that's also me, wanting to learn more, do better,
Gotcha.
and progress to doing something more than dolly grip.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that too. How did you even get into being a grip?
Oh man, it's I went to school with this director now who she's everywhere. Crystal Roberson or Crystal Claire, be creative.
I didn't know you went to school with her.
Yeah, we went to Valdosta State together.
Oh, that's
and, I knew her there. College kids, we see each other at parties, walk in the yard or whatever. She was cool. And, after we graduated, we still, Facebook. So, oh, how you doing? I see you doing your thing. Cool. And she was like, I'm doing my first independent feature. Hey, would you like to help? And just so happened at the time, I was just laid off. So I was home and I was like, well, I ain't doing nothing. So
I will be there.
I ain't never did nothing like that, but I done fixed it.
What were you in school for?
Political science pre-law.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what my degree is.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's what's up.
the whole time, I'm just soaking it in. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna be a PA." I said, "I don't know what a PA. The only PA I know is Pennsylvania."
That's what I was.
So I'm just like, "Yo,
Not
we good."
Pennsylvania.
That's it. I was like, "Whatever it is, I'm just here to learn and I'm
That's
gonna chill."
funny.
And I lied to you not, it was about 20 minutes in with me just doing work. The DP came up to me and was like, "You're gonna be a grip on this," and I was like, "Okay." I didn't know. So he literally is showing me like, "Listen, this is what you're gonna
Talking
have
about
to."
Ross?
Ross
Oh,
Sedbeck.
wow.
Ross Sedbeck was like, I'm seeing how you move, and I kind of like that, and I kind of need that
That's
because
what's up.
it's an indie film, so you already know
Yeah.
everything is like, listen, we're trying to stretch everything.
That's right.
So
And they did too.
yeah,
They made good of their resources.
yeah, they did. So after a while, he would show me everything, and for 3 weeks I did it. And 3 weeks, I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't worrying about no money or nothing. Like, I was just
Right,
like,
me neither.
I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
And like on the last day, he comes up to me and he's like, "Listen, you were here for 3 weeks. You came here on time. You hustled the whole time. When it was time to go, you left." He was like, "I had people that I was paying that I couldn't get here to come on time and actually work hard." So he was
It
like,
always works that way.
he was like, "So you know what? I have a commercial coming up, paid commercial. So this is like my rap gift to you." So I'm like, "All right.
That's what's
I ain't gonna turn down no money." So I go,
And now you are a grip.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And he was like, "It's for, I think it was like for an NBC college basketball commercial."
Dope.
So we get there and he was like, "Well, everything's pretty much straightforward set up." And he was like, "Yeah, just plug in this light for me." The rest of the day I was chilling. I was watching dudes play basketball.
Come on, man.
And then when the lady came, to sign for your check, and I was like, "I'm getting paid how much? For just today?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's a little low." And in my head, I'm like, "You're a little low."
No, it's
Hold
not.
on, if this is low, I need to get to where the high is.
Highest.
I was like,
That's
"Yeah, I'm in the film business now."
So it's lucrative.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You just got to know how to play the game like everything else in life. You just got to know what you need to do, what you need to buy, how to structure your business, because to a degree you're a business, you're an entity in yourself that they're hiring just to do
Exactly.
that one thing. And then once you figure that out and you start doing what you need to do, yeah, I mean Grips do have some of the coolest toys you'll see. Grips and camera people, I've seen them pull up or show pictures of things that they have and bought, and I was just like,
Wow.
they
got some
so they just gonna pay you that much, huh? And they're like, "It's all legal." And I was like, "Where I sign up at?"
So gripping kind of got you. It kind of grabbed you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Film. Period.
Yes, film period.
Yeah.
Because I was always into film. I just didn't know about it. Like, coming from
Yeah.
Southside, we didn't.
Oh, I know.
All we knew about was Spike Lee, Mario Van Peebles.
Oh, that's funny.
That was it. But as far as like, oh, so and so, he's a cameraman, or so and so's a Dolly Grip, or so and so's in them. Nah, you didn't have that. You had your hood producers who would make the local rap
Yeah, plenty of
videos,
those.
which was in the same hallway everybody went to. They borrowed the same car. They was cool with the local drug dealers who had the new whip, and they would be like, "Yo, you can be in it, you can, flash your thing, but as far as like, that higher tier, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Didn't know
absolutely
how to
nothing.
even get there.
No, it was just like, man, it'd be nice to do that, but you gonna do the regular stuff. You gonna see if you have enough athletic ability to play a sport. You gonna see if you gonna be a rapper. Then after that, people get a city job. They try to get some with benefits. So it's just like, oh, okay.
That is the mentality.
Yeah, it is. And then once I was able to get that little crease of opportunity to get into it, I just jumped in. Was like, I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, I'm gonna figure this out.
And you did.
You know how we do in Southside. We gonna figure something now.
Hey, that's the hustle right there, man. You gotta know how to hustle living there.
Yeah.
So I know some grips that have been to school, And it's funny because they consider themselves smart grips.
Yeah.
What technical things do you need to know as a grip to be successful? Like, what do you need to know? Because you can't just set up a camera. You can't just set up some lights. You really have to know technical stuff.
No. You can literally go on set first day as long as you're willing to learn and somebody's willing to show you the correct way.
I got you.
You good.
Then you good.
Like I've had somebody say, I went to film school, so my first day on set I would know what a C-stand is. And I asked him, I said, well, how much did you pay? He was like $35,000 for, to go to school.
To know what a C-stand is?
And I looked at him and I was like, we on the same set right now, and the key grip is more likely to call me than you to come set something up. And I ain't never been to no gripping school.
Right.
I ain't been to no film school. I don't even think I've even driven by one. So it's like you just have to have this willingness to learn and be humble about yourself,
Right.
Because a lot of times when somebody starts to learn something, they get cocky. Well, you got to do this. Where me, I'm like, well, what else can I learn from this? I'm always in a little cycle of trying to learn something. So me trying to learn something, I can't be cocky with nobody because I'm like, that man over there knows more than me. So if he tells me, hey, go ahead and shut the hell up because you don't know what you're talking about, he right. He right. So if you just willing to just, not have a arrogance about yourself and willing to learn and catch on quick, because we ain't got no time for you to, like, listen, I told you
No
about
egos.
this. I told you about this 6 times. If you can't catch on to this may not be your thing. And a lot of people, it's not their thing.
No doubt.
But to become a grip and a good grip, honestly, you can go first day on a Marvel show. And if you come up to them and you be honest, you're like, listen, I'm green. I'm new, but I'm willing to learn. My mouth is going to be quiet. And anything you ask me to do, I'm going to do it exactly how you told me to do it. You don't understand. There's people right now that's working Marvel shows or big shows and continually getting jobs because they're like that. And while they're continuing getting jobs, they're getting better. And they're getting better, and their stock is raising toward the point where it's like, hey, as soon as this guy gets free, let's see if we can get him.
That's what's up.
So
That's you, clearly.
I tried now. I'm a old head now.
Oh, you're an old head?
I'm an old head now. I'm straight up, hey, listen, I'm take care of my truck. I'm gonna take care of my camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rest these knees. These knees is burning. I've been running. I've been running for a while, so
Yeah. We were talking also about the safety aspect of it. Just talk about that briefly.
Oh, safety. It's number one. At the end of the day, everybody wants to go home to their family.
Yeah, man.
I don't care. And they might try to jump me later. I don't care about no Thor. I don't care about Marvel. I don't care about Perry, Tyler Perry. I don't care about Medea. I don't care about absolutely no show. In the grand scheme of things, it's about going home to your family.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, it's about going home to your family. So, while you're working, you try to be mindful. Here you go again, being mindful of what's going on and saying, hey, what you're doing right there is kind of sketchy, kind of dangerous. Let's safety it off. Let's make sure that if something was to break or something was to happen, there's some type of safety protocol to make sure that you go home at the end of the night, And as grips and as a good key grip, which I've had a good amount, they make sure about that, and they're willing to talk up and speak for the entire crew to producers and higher ups that might sometimes be like, just do it because they dangle that money in your face, and people are like, I need that money.
Right.
Well, they've shown me, you know what? You take care of your business.
Yeah.
Guess what? Can't nobody dangle no money in your face.
No doubt.
So guess what? Now that safety is even more.
Yeah.
And when people know you're like that and they see you addressing something, they'll have your back. They're like, yeah, he's right. Listen, if things are gonna be flying around. We gotta make sure we protect somebody's face. You know, who wants to go blind off of anything?
For real though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like get blinded, main cut, bleeding. Not me. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing that's happened that you've seen?
I've seen a camera fall off a high platform. And you know, when you get tired and you know mistakes happen, and that's why you try to make sure you double and you make sure. And I've literally, you know, it's about 9-10 feet high, and I've just seen the camera just take a dive right next to somebody, like kind of skin their leg, and everybody's like,
got quiet.
yeah, like I've seen a couple things, and there was a running joke, like I always happen to be like in the vicinity of something crazy going on, like I have nothing to do with it, and I just, you know, if I'm just there chilling and we're waiting, and then all of a sudden you're just like, so that whole chandelier just gonna fall like that. All right, okay, everybody all right?
Right.
And once everybody's all right, the joke's gonna come out.
You know it.
I'm gonna crack some jokes.
I know you're gonna crack.
Yeah,
You're gonna crack jokes anyway.
This is true. That's how I make it through my day.
I ain't mad.
I crack jokes.
Yeah.
And I love it. But overall, you know, I had a Key Grip Chris Bird song, and he kind of instilled in me like safety. Go home at the end of the night. That's what it's all about. Do a good job, but do it safe. So that's it. I try to do it safe. And my saying is, my mama killed me if I die. So
For real.
so guess what? I got to make sure
That's
I go home.
funny.
I gotta make sure I go home to my wife. I gotta make sure I go home to my kid.
Right.
Mhm.
Is it typical for grips to travel?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, they'll
That's the thing.
it's like a little, if I remember, Cameron, it's like a little radius they go through. You know, I don't see too many that, you know, they'll get booked out in, like, say, California, because that's a whole nother IATSE
It
number
is.
there. Yeah, that's IATSE
Okay.
80.
Okay.
Here in Georgia,
IATSE is the union.
yeah, and here in Georgia it's 479. I think down in Savannah is 491 or something like. So they got like different little pockets. But yeah, I mean I've traveled to Tennessee and Alabama, I think South Carolina and
Okay.
stuff like that. So
New
you know,
York too, right? Haven't you gripped in New York?
no, I've never done
Shut up.
any
You
work
haven't
in New
gripped
York.
in New
That's
York.
you know
What?
what? Right now I'm putting that on my bucket list. I'm going to work in New
Get
York.
with Larry for gripping
Yeah.
in New York.
Gripping, camera. No, I think I'm gonna do camera.
Okay,
in-
so
in
we're
New
gonna
York.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I ain't get to that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So, what are the requirements to get into the union for gripping? Are there any requirements? Because I know for like script supervisors have to have like certain amount of hours before they can even
Money.
be allowed. Oh,
Just pay it.
that's it.
I mean, they ask you to have some people to sign off on you.
Okay,
But literally,
but you don't have to have like a certain amount of hours of gripping. Oh man.
No. I mean, because you can work to a degree without being, but after a while, especially like on, you know, the high end jobs, somebody's gonna reach out to you and say, "Hey, we see that you're collecting a check on this job that's union, and you have to, and you'll get that paperwork and just fill it out, pay the initiation fee, blah blah blah."
And that's it. They have benefits and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, you work up to, like, you have to get a certain amount of hours, and then
Oh, for that. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to.
Yeah, so
Okay,
yeah, you
okay.
have to, you know, once you work and you put in, and then they kind of like match it, and then they'll send you. Okay,
Oh, they do?
well, yeah, they'll say, well, what kind of medical plan you want? Single, family, and they got like,
Right.
I think like 3 tiers. And you do that, you pick that, and you know,
You
you
in
get the
there.
sniffles, you head on to that doctor. That's it.
Crazy.
Yeah, you get dental and, you know, eyes and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as like, oh, well, you know, you have to show that you've done X amount of jobs. Nah, especially when I joined, it wasn't like that. You know,
Okay.
it was, yo, can you sign off? I'm trying to join. Yeah,
Okay,
you good?
okay.
I'll sign off on you.
There's certain positions that they do that with. I wasn't sure if they did that with you guys.
Yeah.
or
So
not.
like when I started was at the very beginning
Mm-hmm.
of Georgia exploding. So when I joined, the grip list was probably 3 pages.
Wow.
They had this little small building in, I think, Conyers, and it was less than $700 to join.
Okay.
Now I think they say it's like 2,400 people or
Is it?
something. It's like a crazy number.
Dang.
And like the amount that you pay is like $1,500 and up. So I was just like, oh yeah, I got in just in time. Yeah. Can't pay the 5. Can't pay the 5.
So my last question is, are there any female grips?
Yes.
I've never seen any.
There's a handful of female grips, and
They do what they do.
some of them put in work.
Yeah.
And then, as a grip, it's kind of like a man macho. But when you see a female come through and she can throw that mambo on her shoulder, like in a mambo's this big, heavy, nasty
I was just
stand.
about to ask you, but I know
And
it is. Mm-hmm.
if you see her do that, it's like, all you can do is respect her. Me, I'd be like, because, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm on the dolly. But when, you see that and you see them, they coming in like, oh, okay. But there's some of them, they're awesome. And some of them, they have like that nurturing mother type, thing to them. But they'll cuss you out. They're a grip.
They'll get with
Through
you.
and through. I give it to them. They're a grip, yeah.
So you said you wanted to you're transitioning. I can't talk. Transitioning to be a cameraman.
Yes.
So is that still in the vein of gripping, or
No.
are you talking about being a
Full on
DP, cinematographer?
Cinematographer, DP. I mean, I've thought about doing that.
Yeah.
But like me, I like to structure everything that I do like in steps. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And I have people now that I can talk to. I'm like, hey, should I do this? And they be like, nah, skip that step. But for me, trying to transition to a cameraman, it was kind of natural because I'm a dolly grip.
Yeah.
And I'm already dealing with the camera. And I'm very close to the camera operator. So whatever he's doing, I'm literally helping him do it. So I already have the idea and the mindset of a camera operator. And I was like, this is something that I want to do. This is thing that I've had people that I've known and people that are strangers to me come up to me that see me work and see what I'm doing and say, have you ever considered doing that? And I'm like, yeah. But that self-confidence sometimes kind of holds you back.
Of course.
And I recently did a show and they were like, nah, you need to go ahead.
So you have done it.
Yeah, I've done it on a very small scale and, just trying to practice. So that's why I kind of have my own little baby projects that I do that is nothing big. It's like a one-man army that I'm doing. It might be 30, 40 seconds long, no dialogue, and it's composition.
Dope.
So originally I'm a photographer, so it's all composition for me. So it's moving composition is what I got to call it.
What's the difference?
And
How technical is it? Like how much more do you have to know being a photographer and then also working as a cameraman?
They're close because it's all about framing a shot.
Gotcha.
It's just that now as a photographer, when you frame the shot, it's everybody stand still, click. That's it. Whereas cameraman, okay, we're going to frame this shot, hit rolling. Oh, you're going to do something extra. I may need to go to the left. I got to make sure that I'm still maintaining the right head room. I got to make sure that I don't see something in the background that I want. So it's just like
The boom mic.
boom, boom, good. All of that.
Yeah.
So it's a more, when you're doing photography, it's like one and done. All right, cool. I see everything. Boom.
Gotcha.
And then it's like, oh, in post, I can take this out in photography. Nah.
Don't use those words in post.
In post, yeah.
Don't never use those.
I'm definitely a in-camera guy.
Yeah.
So being a cameraman, it's like, okay, I want to set this frame up, and I want to consistently do it. And it's mentally taxing, I feel.
I wouldn't
Not to the
make
part where like at the end of the night you're like on the ground crying like, why am I doing this? But it's like it's a good challenge. It's you know, you're dealing with yourself, you're dealing with the camera, you're dealing with actors, you're dealing with environments, all those things you have to take into account
For
to
sure.
create something. And that's what I love and that's what I want to do. So I was like, I think it'd be cool. A couple of kids from Southside see somebody from Southside who looks like them. Like,
For real.
you never know. I might be in front of Zell one day. Like,
might.
I might. Let's speak it. I might be there.
Put it out there. Yes. That's so crazy. It's so crazy how we find each other. Like, how do we do that? How do New Yorkers do that? I don't know.
We everywhere.
I know.
We
But I better
everywhere.
stop talking about it because LA gonna start talking trash to me.
Oh, we got to. Oh, you
no,
from
no,
LA?
he ain't even, no.
Oh,
His name is LA, but no. Where are you from? From Atlanta. Oh, see, he's from Atlanta. No, we was talking about New York. That's why I said, yeah, him. I know, but I'm saying you was gonna start talking trash. Like, why y'all gotta talk about New York?
It's so necessary.
No, it's
it's
not.
never unnecessary.
It's so necessary. It's so
you
necessary.
need the conversation of New York. I promise you, if everybody had a good conversation about New York, gas prices would be lower. There wouldn't be no fighting. Racism would be gone. Hungers will be gone. If everybody would just love up on New York how they should. Now like you need to understand, if everybody loved Southside the
got it
way we
started.
love Southside, the world would be a better place.
Why is it that you can't get two people from New York together without having a whole conversation about New York?
I don't know.
From Atlanta,
We just do.
They're talking about Atlanta.
Some of them do. Yeah.
Those are people from Atlanta.
They not from Atlanta?
They're from Macon
Oh.
or New York.
Oh, okay.
Now, I like
see what you're
Macon.
saying. You're talking about Atlanta, not
I do.
Georgia.
I like Macon.
I haven't been to
I've been to Macon. I've shot a movie in Macon.
Did you?
I know a couple of people that live out there in Macon.
What is it that you like about it?
It's
They
nice.
don't have to stay there a couple of days.
It's nice.
Say
it's
what?
Cool.
And you only have to-
Nah, don't talk
Oh.
to me. Don't talk about Macon like that. Nah,
You only have to be there a couple of days.
nah, Macon is cool. I like the vibe.
I've never been there.
The water rides.
No, I was in Macon.
And it's cool.
It was cool. I liked it
Why? Because it was slow?
a little bit.
Had to be.
But it's like a slow. But it's like a. You know what? I can do some business out here. It's not bad. It's
Because
not.
you lived there.
Could I live there?
Yeah.
The crime?
Prob- See, if you had that love for New York, that crime ain't gonna bother you. Come on, I'm New York 80s and 90s, and you telling me, oh, you worried about crime? It was like that's what I
Listen,
was raised
If
on.
y'all can see what LA looks like right now, he's got his shirt over his face.
We gotta get LA to Southside. That's it. We gotta get you looking at a Mr.
He would
Softy
talk
truck.
he would talk trash then too. He wouldn't care.
Huh?
Yeah, Mr. Softy.
No.
Did you really?
A New York Mr. Softy, not that van. Nah, see, Atlanta got that van.
We have the truck.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
you got a truck where they serve soft-serve ice cream.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Sound like the same to me.
Nah, you need that.
I
blue.
don't know. Maybe I think the difference might be the emissions on the ice cream.
Yeah,
truck
you
in
you
New
definitely
York.
need that truck smoke on that ice cream. You need that truck smoke on that ice cream, or else it ain't gonna hit right.
You stand behind that thing. Woo wee.
Let me tell you something.
Melt your whole ice cream cone.
That's why they ain't that
Are you
much.
crying, Ellen? That's funny. Oh my God.
We
We
gotta set
had a
up-
whole New York talk, but we had to. Listen.
Yeah.
We had to. Yeah. Yes. Because we're from the same area. That's why it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I lived in Springfield Gardens, but my parents grew up in 40.
Oh man, yeah.
They grew up in 40 projects.
Listen,
My whole family's like, I'm from there.
I'm Rockaway Boulevard
Oh,
and
Rockaway.
Inwood Street.
It will, okay.
I went to PS 223. What up?
Oh.
I went to.
PS 37.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
I went
right off
to-
of Merrick.
I went to junior high school 202.
I went to 231.
My whole fam went to August Morton. I wasn't allowed to go to August Morton.
Where'd you go?
I went to Hillcrest,
Oh, you went to Hillcrest. I went
aka
to Springfield.
aka Hillcrest for a year. And that was one of the worst decisions they made for me.
Oh no!
Like, you can't send a 14-year-old boy who's about to start puberty
Oh,
to a
Lord.
school that was like 85% girls.
That's horrible.
Man, I lost my mind.
You did.
I only lasted a year. I literally only
And
left.
then where'd you go?
There was a school on Merrick Boulevard called Christopher Robin
Yeah,
Academy.
no Christopher Robbins.
That was the worst school ever. And I went there for a year.
Did you?
Yes, I went there for a year. And
That was in Lawton.
yeah,
Yeah.
that school was terrible. The
Oh,
principal,
man.
the guy who owned it, he was terrible.
No.
The teachers were cool, but it was terrible. It was terrible. So with all of that,
Then would you finish out at?
I finished out in boarding school in Fort Union, Virginia.
Oh wow, they
Fuma, what up?
put your ass.
They put me in boarding school.
That's funny.
And it was crazy when I went there and I was watching a basketball game. I saw somebody from Southside,
Look at that.
from my neighborhood. And we both looking at each other like,
What's up?
crazy.
That's funny. Oh man. So yeah, we had to do our little New York chat.
Got to. Gotta have a New York segment.
So I wish you luck on your becoming a cameraman and doing that good stuff.
Thank you.
Just stay focused on it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's for me uncharted grounds and just having, making sure that self-confidence is good where it's like, yo, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You have the talent to do this. Yo, we gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So,
And then whatever you don't know, you just look it up on YouTube.
let me tell you, YouTube University,
I'm trying to tell you.
I owe them a bag for the
So
stuff
do
I
I.
learned. I owe them a bag.
Listen, I went on there just to find out about gripping.
Oh, listen,
know?
you find anything out there.
Because, as a script supervisor on set, I have my own, I'm in my own world. I'm in my own bag. So I'm not thinking about what y'all are doing. I'm not even paying attention to what you guys are doing. Once everything is set up, then I'm taking pictures or whatever. But prior to that, I'm just trying to stay out the way, trying to make sure I don't get
Hit with
knocked
my-
over,
That's it.
hit some lights or whatever, So I respect what you guys do, though.
Appreciate it.
Because the first time as a PA, somebody told me to take out the trash, I had to swallow my pride and I had to take out the trash. But then I thought about it. I said, but I see these guys carrying around all this equipment. Why am I carrying trash?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a great respect for
Oh yeah, I'll speak on behalf of all grips, and we appreciate you saying that because a lot of people they be thinking they got servants.
I know they do.
All right now,
We grip. We don't get coffee.
yeah. And if we do get you coffee, I would advise you not to drink it. Yeah, we could be petty. We could do some shit.
No, let me find out.
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
oh yeah.
that's crazy. Don't do that. He didn't mean that.
No,
Maybe
I
he
do.
did.
No, I do. Listen, I'll clear. No, we respect people. You hear me?
Respect your grips.
Respect everybody.
Yeah, no, for real.
But especially grips.
So what's so crazy is I didn't know that you were a photographer.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I was like, Larry's a grip. That's what he does.
I'm so low key.
How long you been doing that? Even before gripping?
Way before gripping.
Oh wow, okay.
My dad he was a bus driver, and at his depot, they had like a photography club. So I would
that's dope.
So I would like model for him for his contest he would have at work.
Oh wow.
And then
Is this in New York?
yeah.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah, my dad used to drive the bus in Manhattan. He used to drive past Madison Square Garden, I believe.
That's what's up.
So we would take pictures, and then, I would always see him with his camera, and his camera was his baby. He had the little level pouch for it, the little string, his film, and
Right.
that was his thing. And, he passed away in 93.
Oh wow.
So then my mom was like, well, just take all his cameras. And he had a good bit of cameras.
Oh, that's
So I would, every once in a while, pick up a camera, take some pictures. But, back then you had to get the film developed. And I was like, I ain't got no money to develop no film. So, I'm going to kind of put this on the back burner. But then around the time I was like 12, 13, around that, you start getting digital cameras and stuff. So I would start. So I would say since about 12, I was taking pictures. And then 2000, when did I go to college? 2000, some early 2000. I was literally going to take photography as my major. But, having Caribbean parents, that don't work like that. It's either, you're a doctor, a lawyer,
Right.
or a disgrace.
Right.
So, and I've always had I kind of want to do law. So I was like, I really want to do photography, but Mom was like, nah, we ain't having that. So I picked political science pre-law, and I was doing that.
Did you like that? You didn't like it, did you?
Not really. Could I do it? Yeah, but at the time there was so much going on. Right as I started, I think my second year, my cousin who was in the Navy had died, and there was a whole. I had to go and I watched him die and this that. So I was like, by that time,
Goodness.
I called my mom and I was like, Ma, don't expect no good grades from me. I was like, I'm just barely hanging on over here. I was like, I'm gonna push through, but
Right.
So after I graduated, and I'm starting to live life, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with myself. And I would go to friends' parties, and I noticed they would always give me the camera, and I'm taking pictures. I'm just taking pictures. And I took pictures of one guy I knew, his daughter, and I was like, oh man, that's a beautiful picture here. I love this. And they were like, hey, you mind coming over and take a picture of us? We see you. All right, cool. The next thing I was like, a couple of people asked me, I think I can do this. So I
Put some money behind it.
put some money behind it, and I started getting a little bit of gear and on YouTube University, and just slowly was learning, trying to get better, seeing stuff that I like, try to emulate it. And so with all of that, I think around 2006, it was a consistent basis where it's I always had a camera with me. So,
I think you bought your camera on set, I think.
yeah, I would always
Yeah.
bring my cameras to set.
Have you done any behind the scenes for people?
No, I've been asked to,
Yeah.
and I've never officially done it.
Yeah.
I have really good.
should.
I have some really good relationships with some still photographer guys out here, especially my boy Eli.
Yeah.
But it was always something private to me. So, all my work, it was always a surprise. I would always get, who took this? And I'm like, me. They're like, nah, not you. Not you joking around and you doing something totally different. I was like, nah, that's... And I would show them my body of work, and they'd be like, fool, you need to be sharing this. So I've just recently started doing that. Professionally. So, I mean, professionally, I guess around 2006, I would say, officially. So that's about 16 years. But as far as overall being involved in it, about 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I know I'm over here talking 28 years.
That's a lot.
We don't crack. So I got a little.
That's why when we're done, I'm going to ask you how old you are, because I didn't think you was that old. I did not think you were that old. What's your website for your photography?
Lawrence Young Photography.
Got it. .com?
.com, yep. Based off of my father's name.
Dope.
My name is Larry, but I'm not Lawrence.
You're not Lawrence?
Not one bit. Not a secondary
And
name.
I would never call you that, but I
No.
thought it was Lawrence.
Nope. They,
It's Larry.
Caribbean folks, they got
You better
7
stop.
names. So my dad, they called him Lawrence.
Yeah.
So
you were
but
Larry.
my official name is Larry, but it's
Wow.
not Lawrence anywhere.
That's crazy.
So I was like, when I'm setting up my company, I was like, well, I might as well pay homage to the guy who got me into it. So
No doubt.
everybody called me Lawrence, and I'm like, I go with it, but
That's what's up.
nah,
You're gonna use it.
I'm not a Lawrence.
I know now. I didn't know that. Just briefly, because we're gonna wrap this up. What you can talk about as far as your short stories. Yeah. Let's talk about that a little.
I'm in the process of doing these short fashion films.
Okay.
I love fashion films because to me, most of them, there's no rhyme or no reason. You can it's your imagination. You can do whatever.
So no script. You just
There's no script.
follow it.
There's a feeling.
Yeah.
You know, there's an atmosphere that I'm trying to, and I'm going to recreate, and it's a part of my process of becoming a full-time cameraman.
Nice. You gonna direct them too?
I'm going to direct. I'm gonna touch on everything. Like, I'm learning to write. I'm learning to direct. I'm learning to be a cameraman. Learning to produce. I'm learning to do all those things. You know, to have an idea. So when the time comes where I can get a producer and get a director, if I decide to do these things and I can delegate stuff, I have an idea. So, you know, that's the South side of me saying, nah, I know what's going on here, so you ain't gonna hustle me. Yeah, I ain't gonna be nobody's sucker. You know, like, what you mean it costs that much? Nah, player, let me show you. This is this is from my research, and I understand inflations and taxations and all that.
Right.
So where does extra money coming from?
Right.
And where that going to?
Right.
And, you know, that's just, I like to learn. So with my fashion films, it's, you know, there's people that can be good at it, that they don't know that they can be good at it, and they need somebody to be like, well, listen, I see something in you. I'm right now, I'm bottom of the barrel. You know, I'm not Spike Lee or nobody, is somebody trying to do something. And I was like, if it works out, I mean, you can do great things, and it's people to learn. And, you know, with me now starting to show myself so that, you know, kids that look like me or have like, yo, how you do that, or how you get into that, they can see.
No doubt.
Like, oh, there go old boy. He gonna wear a New York Yankees or a Mets hat. He look like me. He, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got a story that's similar to me, upbringing similar to me, and it's not a, oh well, you know, my dad filmed, you know, this big movie, and I got this legacy of being in film. It was like, nah.
Come from the bottoms.
This is from the bottom. This is square zero. Nobody gave you a penny. It was figuring out, messing up, learning from your mistakes, and getting back into it. So that's one of my main reasons.
Call me up.
I'm ready.
Call me
I'm
up.
ready.
I think we talked about this before, but call me up.
I'm ready. You know,
All right. I have a script now that's in the
be
film
too busy for
festivals.
me.
All right. You know
be too
what?
busy for
Everybody
me,
says that,
you know?
and that's not true. Y'all just need to call me.
that's the problem. Listen,
Stop
that's the
playing.
problem with these Southside people. As soon as things, that ball starts rolling for them,
Whatever.
you can't reach them. Like, yo, I've been
That's
calling
not-
Johnny for 6 weeks now. I can't get. Oh, yeah, Johnny.
That's Johnny. That ain't me.
Johnny got 6 Boost Mobiles and AT&T and all this stuff now. Yeah. No.
That's
But no, I definitely.
hit me up.
I'm starting with the fashion films because, you know, for me, it's on the lower end. It's easier.
Yeah.
But
cheaper.
then I got stories. Like, you from Southside. Everybody got a story.
No doubt.
I just want to tell mine. That's it.
No doubt.
And y'all better like it. You better go see it. And whatever else comes with it. Let's go.
Tell them your social media where they can find you.
IG, Facebook. It's Lawrence Young Photography. And what else is there? The TikTok, it's Young Photog.
How you spell that?
Lawrence Young Photography. Oh yeah, it's actually.
No, photog. What's that?
Oh man, you just short out PHOTOG.
okay.
Photog. Yep. Instead of photog, yeah.
I like it. But I'm like photog. What
Yeah,
the
and then my Lawrence is LAWRENCE.
Gotcha.
And you know, it's kind of
And that's
long,
his
but
daddy.
that's my dad.
He's
That's
Larry.
I'm like, yeah. Technically, it's supposed to be Larry Young Photography, but let's be honest. I don't really have a cool name like that, and I get it, and I
But you
appreciate.
cool though.
But I try to be cool, so it's all right. So I'll take my dad's name. He was
Yeah.
cool. I try to be cool. It's a little long, but we're gonna go with it.
But it's not hard to remember.
No,
I appreciate you coming on my show, man.
no. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you so much.
because
This is needed.
you know, you could have found somebody else.
Come on.
Would have been as dope as me from being from Southside? I don't think so. I'm gonna talk my mess now because can't nobody take this moment right now. So I'm like, yeah, I'm the
Get
best
in.
right now.
I appreciate you so much.
No, once again, thank you. I
Yeah,
love what's going
and
on.
you know, I'm hoping that people understand what grips do and appreciate them more on set.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we gonna get the word out.
no doubt.
Or get the grips on you. You don't want that.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Filmmakers Lab Podcast. And yeah, we out here in the lab. Come see us on Wednesdays at 7:00 on Ebon Vision. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
sir. Southside, we outside.
That's a wrap.
Hey, man,